Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Coffee Break, and welcome to the Midlands Esports Amateur StarCraft League. I probably messed up that that anagram there, but whatever. I don't even think it's an anagram. I don't even care, because I'm just happy that I can finally sit down and get some casting in here. I've been having some problems with USB port problems, and apparently ever since I plugged in my USB hub, my USB ports have been running at 120%. So apparently once I unplugged that, everything has been just fine, and I can finally get back to, you know, doing casting stuff. I meant to hide this timer here. I will do that next game. I apologize about that. Spawning on the spawning on the bottom left-hand side here on Cloud Kingdom. This is going to be our first match for the day. It is going to be the yellow Zerg player. It is going to be Proficient going for a very fast pool there. My goodness. And like I always say, I don't pay attention to the timings. I'm sorry, I have no idea what pool that was. That was probably like a 7 or an 8 pool. It's one of the two. I don't freaking know. I don't know. I feel like I should go back and check that, but I've already looked at the other player now. Spawning on the top right-hand side. Yeah, about that pool timing. Spawning on the top right-hand side is going to be Proficient's opponent. It is going to be the purple Zerg player, making this a ZvZ. It is ExionSpawn, going for a much later pool. That is going to be a 14, 15 pool-ish. Whatever, not important. What is important is that we're about to have an Overlord hugging contest in the middle of the map here. And, oh, not quite there. How disappointing. How disappointing. A lot of lings already spawning out on the field for Proficient. That's going to be 6 Zerglings running out across the map. And I love the fact he knows where the overlords of his opponent are, whatever. So he's just going to be running around kind of an alternative route in that right to make sure that these Zerglings are not spotted. It's going to give him the maximum advantage possible right now, as Spawn's just not going to know this is coming. In fact, I mean, once again, we saw Spawn lay down this 14-15 pool. He's going for a hatchery right afterwards. I don't even know if he has Zerglings on the field yet. No, he does not. No Zerglings, no Queen, because obviously that spawning pool just finishing up. And so now we're going to be having 6 Zerglings barreling into the main base here. That Queen quite a ways off, so these drones are going to be in quite a bit of pressure here. Spawn getting a decent reaction. They're getting a little bit of a mineral line surround there. Going to be losing a couple of drones. One Zergling has gone down at this point in time. But, oh, man, Proficient needs to be very, very careful with these Zerglings to make sure that they do not get killed off. And there's 4 Zerglings for ExionSpawn spawning out. And this has been held fairly well by Spawn. Very, very little damage done. But in the meantime, we have more Zerglings from Proficient. Ignore the destructible debris there. We have more Zerglings from Proficient going to be running out across the map and assaulting this natural expansion. Now, will Spawn have enough to handle this? Well, I think he really does. There are 13 lings for Proficient on the field. Queen, though, going to be coming out fairly shortly here. More Zerglings coming out for ExionSpawn. There's the Queen coming down to assist, and that Queen is shooting the Overlord, actually, instead of the Zerglings. So these Zerglings of Proficient going to be able to do quite a bit of damage and probably going to be able to kill off this Queen. Fortunately for Spawn, he did manage to get that one larva inject off up in his main base. Going to give him a very, very nice little boost against all of these Zerglings. Oh, man, that is going to be a lot of Zerglings. And these Zerglings now do have speed, so it's going to be slowlings versus fastlings. Definitely in the favor of Proficient. There's so many lings on the field right now. 15 Zerglings to just the 4 Zerglings of ExionSpawn. But wait, what's this? We have another Queen going out onto the field. I still think Proficient is in quite a nice spot here, as he does have even more Zerglings coming out across the map. And oh no! Spawn did not get... Oh my goodness. 9 health left on that Queen. He had not yet gotten the larva transfuse, the larva injection down on that hatchery, but is now going to be able to get that down. It looks like the natural expansion is going to go up for Spawn, and Spawn has somehow held off against this Zergling aggression here. And it's going to force Proficient probably to do some sort of follow-up all-in, because he's just going to be so far behind now. Now that Spawn's gotten his larva injections, they're starting to get going here, getting another Queen onto the field now up in that main base as well. And so it's going to be, you know, 1 larva inject versus 1 larva inject, but 2 hatcheries versus 1 hatchery. If ExionSpawn can just continue to hold off against all of these Zerglings, he will be in a very good position. But once again, just so many Zerglings on the field right now for Proficient. He has 17 Zerglings versus just the 2 right now of ExionSpawn. Spawn, there we go, getting a nice big round of Zerglings coming out on the field. He's been holding his drone line very, very well so far this game. Very few drones have really gone down, only 5 drones. And considering that Proficient is going for such such an all-in build here. I mean, he's just going to have to do more damage than that right now. Spawn even getting a great position there, just waiting for his next round of Zerglings. Is his next round of Zerglings already dead? They are, actually. I apologize there. Proficient still going to be fighting on for the moment here. Spawn, you just need to hold out against this one last attack. That Queen going to once again go down. Not another Queen on the field quite yet for ExionSpawn. No Zerglings on the field. 8 more Zerglings just about to pop out. Now this drone line going to be in a lot of trouble. A lot of those drones very, very low on health. And there's the G out of ExionSpawn, and that is going to be the end of game number 1 for Spawn. So Spawn going down very early in the first game there, and Proficient going to take a quick 1-0 lead over ExionSpawn in week 1 of the Midland Amateurs Esports StarCraft League. I'm just going to call it MAeSL from now on because that is so much shorter. So make sure to stick around and watch the next game, folks, because these are best of 3 series.